Okay, for 10b, we have another one of these that we have to use synthetic division. The 0 this time is 4/3. So we want to set this up with and do synthetic division. Remember, when you do set that up, if there's any powers that are missing, you have to put a 0 in there for a placekeeper. We do 4/3 right here. And this one, we have all the powers accounted for, and the powers are descending like they should be, and so we don't need to put any placekeepers in. But for instance, if the x squared was missing, you have to put a 0 there in that position, but it's here, so we're going to do, we'll put all that in. Okay, so next we want to do, start the synthetic division steps. 27 drops straight down. We're going to multiply 27 by 4/3. The number is going to go underneath in the next column. To do that, you take 27 over 1. We're going to multiply it by 4/3. The 3 will reduce with the 27 and leave a 9 up there. And then you have 9 times 4, and so you get 36. When you do synthetic, you're always adding is the operation you're going to do here. So you're going to do negative 54 plus 36. That's going to give you negative 18. So now we're going to do the synthetic division steps again. Negative 18 will multiply by 4/3, put the result underneath the 27. So we're going to do negative 18 over 1 times 4/3. 3 divides into the 18, you get 6. And you're going to get negative 6 times 4, negative 24. That goes underneath here. And again, you're going to add that together, and you get a 3. Next, we're going to multiply 3 by 4/3. When you multiply 3 by 4/3, the 3's are going to cancel out. It's going to leave you with a 4. When we add that together, we're going to get a 0. So once we have this complete, we're going to now put the x's back in. Now originally it was a cube. Every time you do synthetic division, it's going to drop your power down by 1. So these will be their coefficients for a quadratic. So you're going to have 27x squared, and then the rest of these just descend down by 1. So you have negative 18x plus 3 equals 0. It says that we want to factor it, so we want to use synthetic division and factoring to find the other zeros. So for this, we need to factor. First, what we notice here is there's a 3 that we can factor out of this one. So leave you with 9x squared minus 6x plus 1. But then this we can do another factoring step. So we're going to factor inside here. And so inside, I'm just going to do this by trial and error, but of course you can use any kind of factoring method that you want to solve for this one. I'm going to put a 3x and a 3x inside here, and a 1 and a 1. Okay. Now it does say to use factoring in order to solve it, so you don't want to use quadratic formula. It will be something that you can factor. So if it says use synthetic division and factoring to solve, you want to make sure you use factoring when you show your work here. So each of these will be negative. Let's see if it works. We have 9x squared minus 3x will give you the minus 6x, and then 2 negative 1's will give you a plus 1. So now you're going to set all this equal to 0. Now 3 is not equal to 0, so you don't have to worry about that. Since both these are the same, you only have to set one of these equal to 0, and when you solve for it, add 1 and divide by 3, and you'll get 1/3. So this particular one will only have one answer, x equals 1/3.